Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Deep within your soul, there is an invisible thread tying you to something beyond this moment, beyond yourself. That feeling isn't random. It isn't an accident. It is the silent echo of 1,000 lives before you. Lives that fought, struggled, and dreamed in ways you will never fully comprehend. You are not just one person. You are the living, breathing proof that they never gave up. Think about it. Your ancestors, those who walked this earth before you, endured realities you will never have to face. They lived through wars, famine, heartbreak, and sacrifice. They made impossible choices just so life could continue, just so one day someone in their lineage could live freely in ways they never could. And that someone is you. Somewhere in your bloodline, there was a man who worked under the scorching sun with no escape from exhaustion. A woman who had dreams far beyond her time, but was forced to suppress them. A child who wished for a life where safety and love weren't luxuries but guarantees. They all had one unspoken prayer, that the future would be different, that someday someone in their lineage would break free from the chains that bound them. And now, here you are, standing in that future. You are the living hope of those who came before you. They may not have known your name, they may never have imagined the world you live in now, but their struggles carved the path for you. Can you feel that weight? It is not a burden, it is a gift. A sacred responsibility to live in a way that honors them, that makes their suffering worth something. Look around you. The walls you call home, the bed you sleep in, the choices you get to make every single day, these are privileges they couldn't even dream of. For some of your ancestors, simply having the ability to rest without fear was a luxury they never had. For others, the thought of pursuing passion, of choosing who to love, of speaking freely, was an unattainable fantasy. And yet, here you are, in a world where those things are now possible. So I ask you, what will you do with this life? How will you honor the silent prayers that brought you here? Will you live in hesitation, in fear, in limitation? Or will you rise, knowing that every step you take forward is a step that would have made them proud? You see, there is something powerful in knowing you were hoped into existence, that your life is not random, but the result of endless determination and sacrifice. And that means you are not small, you are not ordinary. You are here to be the embodiment of everything they longed for. Imagine this. If your great-great-grandparents could see you now, what would they think? If they could watch you navigate this world, see the opportunities before you, hear the words you speak, would they recognize the fire in your soul? Would they see their resilience in your eyes? Because make no mistake, their spirit is in you. Their endurance, their strength, their wisdom, it all lives within your very DNA. This isn't about pressure. It's about realizing that you are part of something much greater than yourself, that the dreams buried in the past are still alive within you, waiting to be fulfilled. So think about it. Have you ever felt the presence of something unseen? A whisper in the back of your mind telling you that you're meant for more? That whisper is real. It's the voice of generations before you, urging you forward. Not demanding, not forcing, but hoping, always hoping. Take a moment right now and breathe. Feel the pulse of life within you. That heartbeat, that breath. It carries history. It carries purpose. You are here because they believed in something they couldn't see, because they chose to keep going when everything told them to stop. And now, my friend, the question is, what will you do with the life they made possible? Will you let their sacrifices fade into the past, or will you make their struggles mean something by living a life that is full, fearless, and unapologetically yours? There is a profound beauty in realizing that your life is not just yours alone. It is an extension of countless lives before you, lives that whispered prayers into the wind, hoping that one day someone like you would exist. And now you do. You are the proof that their pain was not in vain, that their suffering was not the end of the story. You are the chapter they never got to write. But here's what most people never realize. Your ancestors didn't just hope for you to survive. They hoped for you to live, to experience joy in ways they never could, to love freely, to create without fear, to wake up each morning with possibilities they never had. If they could speak to you now, they wouldn't tell you to play small, to hide your dreams, or to let fear control your choices. No, they would tell you to go forward boldly, to embrace every moment with the kind of passion they were denied. Think about it. How many of them had talents they never got to explore? How many had minds filled with ideas that were never given space to grow? How many had to dim their light just to survive? And yet, that light did not die. It traveled through generations until it reached you. The dreams that once lived in them are now flickering inside your soul, waiting for you to set them ablaze. This is why you must never mistake your existence for something ordinary. You are the fulfillment of wishes whispered in the dark. You are the answer to silent prayers made under weary breaths. You are the living proof that hope never dies. So I ask you, if you had one moment with your ancestors, if you could stand before them and show them what their sacrifices have created, would you live any differently? Would you waste your days in doubt, in regret, in hesitation? Or would you show them that their endurance was not wasted, that the strength they carried is still alive in you? There is something powerful about knowing you were chosen by time itself to be here, in this moment, living a life they could only dream of. And no, that doesn't mean every day will be easy. It doesn't mean you won't struggle, won't fall, won't question your path. But even in those moments, you are still living a life they longed for. Even in your hardest days, you have more than they ever did. And that means you are already winning a battle they never had the chance to fight. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. But what you do have to do is live with intention. Make your life mean something. Let their sacrifices breathe through the choices you make. Take risks. Love deeply. Create something that lasts. Be the person they never had the chance to be. And great news is, you're already doing it without even realizing it. You live courageously, even with presence of fear. You love deeply, even in moments of solitude, and you're faithful even with undeniable doubts. Because at the end of the day, you were not born to be a shadow of their struggles. You were born to be the light that emerges from them. You are the proof that pain can turn into purpose, that limitations can become legacies, that dreams, even those abandoned long ago, can still find their way into the future. And if that realization awakens something in you, good. That means you are remembering. That means you are starting to see yourself the way they saw you, even from lifetimes away. You are ready to walk this miraculous life of yours with honor, with courage, and with the unstoppable force of all who came before you. And never forget this. You are not alone. You never were. You are the continuation of a story that began long before you arrived. And because of you, that story is still being written. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If you found value in this message, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and continue your amazing journey by watching one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.